They cut out everything that showed that their narrative was a piece of horse manure. And it shows you how dishonest. These are smear merchants. That's why nobody trusts corporate media. They are a disaster in what they're doing. They knew what they were doing was a lie.
Florida Governor Ron DeSantis now ripping into CBS News over that 60-minute story. The network standing by the report. That Florida Governor Ron DeSantis gave an award for a vaccine contract to Publix after that grocery chain donated about $100,000 to a political action committee that supports him. Katie Pavlich, editor of townhall.com and a Fox News contributor. Katie, good morning to you. Got a few things here I want to go over, but where do you think the story is right now? Let's begin there.
Well, right now, 60 Minutes looks pretty bad, and we'll see in the coming days if they continue to claim that they cut down the governor's comments for, quote, clarity. You know what's bad for 60 Minutes when the tape speaks for itself, but then you have two prominent Democrats in Florida coming out on behalf of Ron DeSantis and not just saying that the story may have been a little bit off or biased, but complete, quote, BS. That's a problem for 60 Minutes, and it shows and emboldens this idea that there's no trust in the media, and it's very clear that while Republican Governor Ron DeSantis and Democrats in Florida were trying to get people vaccinated, 60 Minutes was focused on making up a story, and then when the narrative didn't go their way, they continued to double down on it. Their credibility was damaged before from a series of previous problems with 60 Minutes reports, but this one is one of the most egregious outside of, I think, of the George W. Bush fake documents scandal they had over a decade ago.
2004, I do believe, when he was running against John Kerry, I think, if memory serves there. Right? Is that correct?
Yes.
Dana just gave me the thumbs up. So
yes.
Indeed, yeah, that was the time.
Dana.
A couple things here. 60 Minutes, I think they put a tweet out Sunday night. They put a statement out on Monday. Another statement of Fox News. Here it is. It's long. When Florida state data revealed people of color were vaccinated at a much lower rate than their wealthier neighbors, 60 Minutes reported the facts surrounding the vaccine's rollout, which is controlled by the governor. We requested and conducted interviews with dozens of sources and authorities involved. We requested an interview with Governor Ron DeSantis. He declined. We spoke to State Emergency Management Director Jared Moskowitz twice. The idea we ignored their perspective is untrue. Our story Sunday night speaks for itself. Return served to you on that, Katie.
There's a number of Democrat officials who said, look, I sat down with 60 Minutes. They didn't use any of what I told them in the piece because they were going with the narrative. And so, you know, they asked for an interview with Ron DeSantis. Well, after a smear like that, why would he ever sit down with them again? And when it comes to the argument about minorities being vaccinated at a lower rate than, quote, rich donors and a lot of the accusations that they made, the bottom line is that Florida decided to vaccinate seniors first. And there are different demographics in every single state about what those seniors look like, whether they are of higher economic prosperity or whether they are minorities. It just depends on the state. So in Florida, maybe the population is not as minority in terms of the senior population, but that doesn't mean it was a race-based quota. And you saw Ron DeSantis saying, look, we went against the CDC guidelines to do this by racial demographic. Instead, we vaccinated the most vulnerable people first, and it's been a success. And he also pointed out that while they're claiming that he wasn't putting minority constituents in front of the line, they did drive-thrus at African-American churches. They reached out to a number of folks in the minority community to get these vaccinations in people's arms as quickly as possible. So every single narrative that 60 Minutes has put out from the beginning of the piece to the, quote, clarifying statement just has been proven untrue. And it's not by Ron DeSantis's press office. It's by Democrats who will probably vote against him in his 2022 bid to be governor again. But they're coming together on this and saying, look, we all worked together with Publix, with a number of other pharmacies, with a bunch of different groups to get as many people vaccinated as possible.
They raise his profile. 100 grand's a lot of money, but these politicians raise millions. Katie, thanks for that. Katie Pavlich there in Washington, D.C.